Hey everybody, I'm Andy Smith. I'm a 30-year comic book veteran, having worked for Marvel Comics, DC Comics, Image Comics, Cross Generation, Ominous Press. You name it, I've probably worked for them. And I do other things art-wise outside of comics in the field of advertising. I've also written some books on drawing comics you might have seen. Drawing American manga superheroes, Drawing Dynamic Comics was my first book. And I also did the handy little How to Draw Superhero sketchbook where all you need is a pencil because you do all the work right inside the book. Enough about that. This is the Book Look series. The Book Look series is where I grab a book off my library. You can see the tons of books I have behind me. And I go through it page by page with you so you can see if it's a book that you might want to buy. I like to know what I want to buy before I buy it, and I feel this is a way to give you some insight into these books. So join me for today's book look. Thanks. Well, howdy do, everybody. This is Andy Smith, your host with the most, 32-year veteran of the comic book industry with another book look, big art book, sketchbook, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Anyhow, check out Kor-Drath, The Reckoning, 76 pages, barbarian ball-busting action. You will love it. More on that later. The book look today is the art book of Renato Guedes. I got this from overseas from, I think the studio Renato works in was selling it. It's signed. It's pretty thick. You can see how thick it is. No page numbers. So I can't tell you how many pages it is, but there's something about Renato's work I really like. I first discovered it in Superman when he was working on that, and he's done other stuff for DC, but I think mostly Superman. This book is from 2011. Renato is from Brazil, and I can read it. There is English, so. One thing I like about Renato's work is he is not afraid to just do something open like this and leave it the rest for color because he knows it's a color comic. I love this style. I've worked in it before on my Jungle Lords book. I really enjoy it. Here we have a variant cover sketch in the finish. You can definitely tell Renato works from photos, which is fine, but unlike other people that do it, there's a style I see to his work, dynamism, if you will. I like the head studies here, Superman, that's cool. Nice foreshortening. I mean, now when you work in this linear style, you really have to have faith in your colorist. And I have faith in colorists I've worked with, but, you know, you're putting a lot in their hands. Oh, God, a baby. I mean, you know, it's photo ref, but I don't know, just, it's cool. And then you look at that background. There's no photo ref with that background. That's a perspective grid and just going to town and drawing. So, I'm not even sure what issues that one's from. I do not know what he's doing now. I know he penciled some stuff for Marvel. I want to say Wolverine. I can't pull this open anymore, unfortunately. Look at that. Beautiful detail in that building. Nice postures here. Very subtle head tilt right there. And in here it looks like he was just playing around with some gray tones. That's cool. He also did, oh, you know what? He did 3 issues. Is it 3? Yeah, I believe it's 3 issues of Avengers that I bought because Alan Davis did the covers. And I thought the covers were, obviously, I'm a big Alan Davis fan, were great. And then I was very, very pleased with the inside of the book as well. I'm actually looking at my shelf to see if I have a Superman up here so I can show you guys. Oh, Let's see. I found one. I thought I had more. So we'll look through this. This has a few different artists, but Renato's one of them. Anyhow, some cover sketches, very tight cover sketches. I just don't do cover sketches that tight. The Galactic Golem, love concept stuff. More cover sketches. I'd love to know how big these are because they're just so detailed. I mean, I guess the nice thing is once it's approved, not much thinking to do. This is more around the tightness of my cover sketches right there. Some process shots of a cover. Great backgrounds. I mean, you really got to know how to color for this type of style. Here's some pencils, because he didn't just ink, he didn't ink all his stuff. He did work with inkers. Where's that from? It doesn't say. But I mean, that is just the detail in that background. Very nice composition. She just is tired of working 5 days a week. She's part of that 4-day-a-week group. I'm part of the 1 day a week, and I make like, 10 grand on that 1 day. So if anybody knows of a job that pays like that, let me know. Look out for her brother, if you would. Very nice Christopher Reeve looking Superman. Lois Lane. Could be based on a real person. If you can tell, let me know. I think it's a nice drawing. I don't know who is. Same with all these. These could all be based on real people. In fact, maybe they're friends of his. Maybe he's doing an Alex Ross type thing using friends for the characters. I'm not a fan of 2-page spreads like this. To me, in comic books, I'd rather see big figures and cool stuff on a 2-page spread a la Jack Kirby, not some background that could be the top half of a page or just a splash page in itself. Now this is, I like his stuff, but at the same time, this just lacks dynamics. If this was a John Buscema, hell, even an Alan Davis, Neil Adams, it would have more impact. This is just a little too staged looking for me. Well drawn, but just too staged. Now that's very cool. I wonder if that's the page right after. Atlas vs. Superman, because that's really cool. Coming at you in perspective. Just nice. This story he did, he had to draw in a Kirby-esque style for a little bit of it. I thought that was pretty cool. Atlas the Great. I love Atlas from first issue special, #1, I believe. See, more dynamics here. It's just that 2-page spread. Supergirl concepts. I like some of them. I got to be honest, I'm not a fan of this figure right here. I don't know. Something about it just doesn't, too realistic on that one for me. I give him credit, though, for doing these studies. Good Lord, who has the time? Look at that face. When I say who has the time, I'm talking on monthly stuff. When you do your own thing, like, Kor-Drath, The Reckoning, or First Man, you take the time to do character stuff. But on a monthly book, they're not paying you for that. So I didn't get any of the Supergirl stuff because, well, yeah, it's Supergirl. I just don't care. It's very nice, but that's why I like sketchbooks like this. I can see some of the stuff without buying it all. Now, his backgrounds with the buildings do look like they're traced off, but you know what? If you want to trace off a photo for a building, you knock your socks off. Little movie ones, or Smallville ones, so obviously he did really nice jobs with likenesses. And I actually think he worked on Smallville, the comic. In fact, here is some of it. So yeah, Smallville, page 28. I don't know what issue number it is. Doesn't say. But very well drawn. That is for sure. definitely from photos, but very, very well done. It's, you know, people are like, oh, tracing a photo, who can't do that? Well, go ahead. Let's see how it looks. It's not as easy as people say. That looks like Tom Welling there. Oh, is this OMAC? Yeah, OMAC. Said, I don't know what he's doing these days, but it is really cool to see the buildup of these concepts into finished pieces. I love the lighting on this dude's back right here. This is very cool. Nice perspective on this guy. I love the anatomy and stuff. I don't know what this is from. Doesn't look like, I don't know, but that's cool looking. Nice pose, very nice backgrounds. Love seeing sketches like this. And you see the final thing. He's getting beat up, but Batman's on the way. Kevin Nolan would ink this stuff very nice, I think. Green Arrow, Black Canary character studies. Anyone? TV series adaptation. 24, maybe? The time period this book was done, I believe, maybe 24. Here you go, nice layout of perspective and then finished pencils. Good old Kiefer. Now, see, I guarantee he roughed all this in, obviously, but he left the face open because he found a photograph to trace off. I mean, you know, oh, Jack Bauer, yep, 24. I mean, if I'm doing this, I'd be tracing photos for likenesses. Look at that. Very cool perspective of the inside of the car. Saw Rebirth. I didn't even know they did a Saw Rebirth comic. Okay. Stargate. Once again, this is another book I haven't looked at in probably 10 years, and I pulled off my shelf. In fact, there it is. Look at that. Wolverine. I said he did do some Wolverine stuff. I didn't think it was in this book. Cutting heads off. Yeah. Nice lineup of the characters here, all in proportion height-wise. I don't know if he ever did X-Men, like full X-Men books. John Wraith. Shadow-esque, Gunhawk. Yeah, I don't know who these people are, but these character drawings are very nice. You know, the thing about his art, it has kind of a life drawing aspect to it where it's almost like he was drawing from life in regards to the contours and things like that. This is really cool. When he does do lighting and not solid or not totally open line, that's very nice. That's Kevin Nolan-esque. You get to see the structure process here going through. That's cool. Wolverine's hangry. Layout for a cover, and I guess the finished pencils. So definitely more traditional with the way he's doing the rendering and lighting and stuff. Not totally open, just for color. Wish this was a little bit lighter, easier to see. Oh no. More layout stuff. Finished art. I'm not sure who inked this stuff. I'd be really curious. Or maybe they shot it from pencils. They could have done that. See, look at that. So the guy really can change up and go, oh, you don't want me to do it totally open line like a coloring book? No sweat. I'll do some solid blacks and rendering and stuff. And it shines. Oh, who's that guy? Oh, Colossus. Wolverine, issue 3, page 22. So, yeah, issue 3. However long ago, 2011 this came out. Little Spider-Man. Not my favorite, but pretty cool. Oh, some Metropolis studies. Wow. More city studies. Jeez. This book getting kind of hard to leave open. Oh, wow. Look at that. You can see the perspective grid and everything. Wow, that's cool. Holy crap. Daily Planet Office. Where's Waldo, anybody? I would not want to draw that. I'll be honest. That would not be fun for me. I'm not one of those guys that's like, I just love drawing anything and everything. I mean, don't get me wrong. If it was draw the floor plan with people in it, 2-page spread of Metropolis Daily Planet's bullpen, or dig a ditch, I'm drawing that boring-ass bullpen. But if I can draw other stuff, I'd rather. Just saying. You can definitely tell he's looking at photographs for some of this stuff. Once again, nothing wrong with it. Brian Hitch does it. We all do it, just to the extent of how much we make the final product look like a photograph can be different. Little alien thing there. All right, it's getting kind of hard to hold open. Indiana Jones, Jesus Christ Illustrations for Religiosis magazine cover. I'm sure I butchered that. A mural for an art school. So this has different stuff in it as well. Black Fly, whatever that is. So just cool character type studies here in the back of the book. Oh, and then there is some color. So you can see when it's totally open, like that Superman, you work with a good colorist. And, I mean, it comes out nice. You know, that turned out pretty nice. Nice coloring. This one has some lighting on it with some ink. Don't know who the colorist is. This is all him. So this is 2003, 20 years ago. I'm assuming that's digital, but who knows? That could be a real painting. And here's some other stuff we saw earlier in the book that was very open for color. And you can see, like I said, with a good colorist, it works. So there's that. So that's the Renato Guedes art book. There's a website right there. I don't know if those sites are still work, but you might be able to see if you'd like it. Now let's see what he did in this. Shadows Linger. I'm just going to deal with his stuff. So let's see. Peter Vale, Jesus, Renato. Hopefully that's in order. That is definitely not Renato. Flip. Yep, I'm flipping fast. Flipping it fast because I want to get to the Renato stuff. Oh, art by Peter Vale. This one. Oh, so I guess it maybe said. Oh, yeah, Peter Vale. Okay, so Peter Vale. I'm assuming he's a Brazilian guy and that's not his real name because I've never heard of him before. Let's see. This one's by Jesus Marino, who did a lot of inking over Carlos Pacheco, and as you can tell, is kind of Carlos light when it comes to his artwork. That's one reason I do like his stuff. That's very nice right there. Miss Carlos Pacheco, though. I mean, you'd look at this, and if you didn't know any better, you might be like, oh, look, it's Carlos. This is also, okay, here we go. This is Renato doing an issue of Superman. Oh, part 1. God, I hope this continues, or I hope this is the whole story. I mean, look at that. I wouldn't want to draw that. Get out of here. What a waste of a 2-page spread. I'm sorry. This is freaking comic books. Wow me with a big fight or something, not a 2-page spread of an establishing shot of a damn living room. Ugh. Who cares? It's the writer jerking off. Oh, yeah, draw this 2-page spread of a living room. That's going to be impressive. It's a superhero comic book. How about just the cool shot of Superman flying over a city or fighting or something? Don't waste a 2-page spread. Oh, look, this could have been a 2-page spread instead of that stupid living room. Oh, this could have been a 2-page spread. See, there are opportunities to do a 2-page spread, not of an apartment. But here you go. This stuff is really open for color, colored very nicely. In fact, I'm going to have to go back and see who did the coloring because I don't remember. David Curiel and Jorge Correa. And I believe that's who colored the previous book. This one has 2 artists on it, Renato and somebody else. Let's see if we can see where the switch happens. Still looks like Renato. That does as well. Yeah, so does that. I don't know. Maybe maybe the other guy's the inker. Maybe Renato had to have an inker for this issue. Or this could be the other guy, because this looks different. No. I don't know. Could be an inker. No, that looks different now. Yeah, I don't know. But I just want to show you guys what some of his color work in comics actually look like. I dig it. I think it's cool. I think that book set me back maybe 30, 40 bucks when it comes down to shipping as well. But there you go. That's this week's book look. Thank you for joining me. Next week, another book look, Tuesday, 8 a.m. As always, check out my websites, like, subscribe, and share to the YouTube channel. And check out Kor-Drath The Reckoning on Indiegogo or Kickstarter. Right now, we've got 4 stretch goals unlocked. That means everybody is getting the map of the Shattered Reach and 3 playable character cards, Kor-Drath, Adriana, and Lilith. The next stretch goal is the Necronite character card. So go back the campaign, get the great book, 76 pages, and get the free stuff that comes with it. Thank you guys for joining me, and I will catch you later. Bye-bye.
Retribution! Oh yeah, we want retribution!